Good morning, everyone. It's Anika Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my morning contemplation has been all about one of my favorites, love, and of course, about contemplating this and reflecting on this and thinking about all of the different experiences of love that I'm enjoying. And I know that a lot of people would think of love in a very particular way. And let's say I will make sure that you know that I do love passionate, romantic love. I love that love. And then I also love so many other things. I can't imagine um, the experience that I'm having right now. Well, I can't imagine it because I'm experiencing it. I'm just enjoying it along the way. And it's a beautiful, beautiful experience. So I wanted to share a few quotes with you to help you perhaps feel this in your own life too. So this first quotation is by Andrew Kaufman, and it says, "No one gets found in love. Everyone gets lost in it because love is overwhelming. It's beyond your control to relinquish control to be in love. And that's a good thing. There's a beauty to being lost in something bigger than you." Isn't that amazing? So I suspect a lot of people would think of love as maybe the romantic love or falling in love has that beautiful experience, right? And of course, life has these experiences too. And I remember maybe about a year ago, I was explaining this to a colleague and client of mine and was mentioning about how exciting it was that I was looking at the snail's movement across a sidewalk, which sounds so silly and amusing right now, even when I'm sharing it with you. And I remember her looking at me saying, "Okay, Hanifa, that sounds very interesting. And I just can't, even if I got really excited about that in that moment, oh, I wouldn't really be able to, spend my day in that sort of thought that that's going to get me through my day." And the point is about getting to that place of love where everything is seen through those eyes of love. And I can tell you, had I not been experiencing it right now, I would have never known this experience. Now, did I go into things like mindfulness and meditation to get to that space? No, I didn't. But it has happened, and it's such a beautiful thing because whether I look at the sun or the moon, or whether I look at grass, or I look at the weather that's changing, and the weather is changing into a temperature that I don't normally love. And even today, I can say when I was out for my walk this morning, it was really cold. And I just thought, wow, the sun's coming up. And it's so interesting that I'm able to pay attention to how my mind is thinking about these things. And I am convinced that it's from some of the efforts I'm taking to keep my mind in this space. But what a blessing that has come along that I never would have expected. So the next quotation that I came across actually combined the work that I do into a nice quotation. It's by Richard Rohr. And remember that I use the words God, higher consciousness, or the universe, all as very similar, right? So it's along the same lines. So this quotation says, "Is sincere seeking perhaps the real meaning of walking in darkness and faith? The search for truth, the search for authentic love, and the search for God are the same search." Isn't that beautiful? So, and you know that I've got a course about, not even a course, I'll say there's even a playlist on my YouTube channel, if you'd like to check it out, is about the seeker and the seeker's journey, or the conscious journey within. And I do believe this is exactly the experience that I'm experiencing. The search for truth, the search for authentic love, and the search for God is the same search, which I definitely thought was very, very well put. And then finally, of course, I do want to leave you with an exercise. And for 5 minutes after this video, if you can sit and think, what is it that you're doing from a space of love? What kind of experience? And does it have to be just one? So I love when I see my dog. So of course that was a beautiful experience that I used to have regularly, that I know I felt and experienced love in that. I can say that I experienced love in doing things with my husband in the past. I definitely felt that love, but it's a whole different level at this point. At this point, the level of love that I have for whether people, animals, pets, plants, nature is all the same. And of course, you know that this experience for me is coming out in writing in poetry for me. So some of you know that I have put together a book of poetry, and if you're interested, do get in touch with me. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you with this quotation by Rumi, which I think is my experience too. So Rumi says here, I searched for God and found only myself. I searched for myself and found only God. And it's so true. This is what I feel. It's so interesting. Again, when you're searching for something higher than yourself, you will find yourself, right? So people talk about finding themselves. And this is, of course, what I'm also helping teach people to do in terms of my eyesight course. But I also find that had I not been walking this path myself, I wouldn't be able to teach it with such love and enthusiasm for all of you who are here today. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.